Boys and girls, people and Rec Room players, we have a lot of news to cover today, and I am excited to tell you. Of course, before we do get started in today's video though, you guys already know the whole deal. I have some shameless self-promo to be doing. Use my code! It's SK0L inside of Rec Room, and I basically just get money for free because of it. I earn 7.5% of whatever you spend inside the game whilst you guys are using my code, and if I catch you using my code in public, I got a little present for you, don't worry. So of course, it helps me out a lot. I really do appreciate it, and you guys should totally use my code inside of Rec Room, which is SK0L, or just my name. Enough of the shameless self-promo though. Let's get to the news. First of all, Rec Room actually had another gallery video. I say this every single video it seems like, but if you guys don't know what Rec Room Gallery is, it's basically just where a bunch of Rec Room artists / builders make their best inventions, works of art, and Rec Room decides to post it up inside this own little gallery of theirs, which is the Rec Room Gallery. You guys can check it out either in-game, or you guys can check it out inside their YouTube video on the Creative Club YouTube channel. Starting off strong, Rec Room had announced its new contest. It's been 700 days since we've had a contest, and it's an art contest! They had a video on their YouTube channel and everything like that about it, and of course, be sure to let me know if you guys are going to be participating inside this art contest. I hope contests are back because I really don't want to have to wait another 700 days for another contest, but thank you Rec Room for giving us a contest in the first place. Let's hope more contests come out soon because we don't want to have to wait 700 days again for another contest. If you guys haven't already seen, Limits V2 is leaving, and Rec Room had this to say. Limits V2 is retiring. In 2023, we ran a beta program that allowed creators to enable Limits V2 in the rooms and get access to higher ink limits in legacy rooms. This was always an experiment to get insights on how creators utilize this higher ink limit, and resulted in our unlimited ink feature in Rooms 2.0. So effective immediately, which was the date they actually released this announcement, we are disabling cloning of any room with Limits V2. This means if you have a room with Limits V2 enabled, it is still fully functional, however you will not be able to create a new 1.0 room with Limits V2 enabled. And they even have this little article where you guys can read more about it, which I will have linked down inside the description below. Hey, Dorm Room Skull here, and I apologize to interrupt the video like that, but it's for very good reason, because I have a contractual obligation to make. If you're a VR gamer that has glasses and struggles to have to put on their glasses and actually put on their VR headset and stuff like that, I got something just for you. Introducing the VR Wave lenses. With VR Wave's lenses' perfect vision that they give you for your specific prescription, you will no longer need those glasses for your VR headset, trust me. These are lenses that have inserts that allow you to put it in your actual VR, so if you wear glasses, you can buy some VR lenses with your prescription, which will allow you to see perfectly in VR. And if you guys are wondering if they have your exact prescription, they have a bunch of prescriptions on their actual website, which you guys can check out in that actual link down inside the description below. Price varies based on your prescription, but of course, be sure to check it out and see how much you can actually get these lenses for. So if you care about your eye health and don't want that burning sensation on your eyes whenever you're on the VR for too long, well, these might be worth it. Hopefully, I'm not the only one experiencing that burning sensation. It gets real bad sometimes. Of course, thank you for sponsoring the video, VR Wave, and I'll see you guys inside that VR Wave store. I also forgot to talk about the art contest announcement, so we're just gonna pretend like that didn't happen. In their art contest announcement, they say art contests are back. After 700 days of waiting, your wait is finally over. Art contests are back. Nope, we're not joking, and we even have a video to prove it. They have more details and submission rules inside that link, which we will go over in today's video. If you guys have any sort of questions and stuff like that, join the Rec Room Discord server, and you guys will be able to check out that actual chat, ask questions, and etc. Inside the contest article, they say the 2D art contest is here. Are you passionate about the paintbrush? Are you a master of the markers? Or just an expert with erasers? Well, you're in luck because it's time to get artsy, and this contest themes is colors of nature. We want to see all the beautiful and wonderful things you can create using this as your base concept. This contest will begin on Wednesday, May 29th, 2024, and end on Monday, June 17th, 11:59 p.m. PST. Now they have categories. They claim to be introducing a theme with 3 new categories you can submit art to. Floral and fauna, spotlight the colors and textures of flowers and leaves, or the hues of the animal's fur and feathers. Weather and seasons, capture the essence of the changing seasons and different weather that comes with it. And natural wonders, showcase the beauty and grandeur of natural wonders through vivid hues and textures. If you guys are curious on how you submit your artwork, as a general note, we will only only be accepting high-quality submissions. If you guys are wondering about drawable surface submissions, they say art done by maker pen or paintbrush on a drawable surface such as canvas, whiteboard, sticky poster, sticky note, gaming table, or clipboard. They want you to take pictures of your work, and you need to take 3 progress pics. 1 final picture of your artwork, and you can save to rec.net. These can be private, but please make them public after the submission deadline so they can get them and stuff. And to submit, you can save your artwork as an invention, giving it an easily searchable name, and submit all the information through our submission form, which you guys can see there. If you guys are using the custom shirt board, it's the same thing. You need to take progress pics with that actual board. Then you need to take a holotar of that actual custom shirt, and then save it as an invention and submit that. You can submit your progress photos by the end date, and all winning art will be placed in galleries for the players of Rec Room to enjoy within the next couple of days after submissions are up. And I may even make a little showcase video showing that off. If you need help on uploading your pictures to rec.net, you guys can watch Rec Room's little tutorial right there. They even have prizes! Each artwork will be rated based on talent, artistry, imagination, and originality. We'll have 20 unique category winners chosen by Rec Room staff in 3 categories. This means 60 total winners that will get a new contest shirt and 2,500 tokens. If a duplicate winner occurs across multiple categories, they will receive stacked token prices per win. Players can only win once in all 3 categories. Duplicate winners will not be able to get more than 1 shirt to give away. If you guys have questions, you guys can join the Rec Room Discord server and check out the #contest events channel. And they have a bunch of other rules, including this. I'm not gonna read them all, but of course, if you guys are interested, please read these actual rules and stuff like that. And let's continue on. And we are not done yet. Why do I look so big? Why is my head so big in the camera? Jeez. Is it really that big? Do I really have that big of a head? I don't know if it's always been like that. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. Anyways, we actually got a Rec Room update from Rec Room today. Or yesterday, I should say. Anyways, let's read it out. We got the It's You in CV2 edition. That is just a beautiful update name. I love that. Anyways, they start off with Rooms 2.0. The CV2 holotar is now available in beta, and you can now show us your moves. I've heard really good stuff about the CV2 holotar, and it seems like players can use hundreds of holotars now without losing any FPS, which is great to see. We love it. Of course, be sure to let me know your guys' thoughts on the new CV2 beta component, which is holotars V2. There's now custom locomotion, and players who jump while sliding will no longer be trapped in a sprinting state when using the default locomotion graph. They added a close watch on use property for room inventory items, fixed a bug on mobile platforms where sometimes the image of Rooms 2 inventory item equipped to an equipment slot would not display properly. And lastly, they fixed possible crashes in rooms using the new Rec Room Studio Nav Mesh Cut opponent. For general improvements and bug fixes, they fixed a visual bug where the default blazer had a laser tag carpet texture. Goodbye, sweet laser tag blazer. Don't worry, an actual version is on the way, which is awesome to see. We love to see that. I'm glad Rec Room is adding a bugged item as a genuine item. You love to see it. And I had actually seen that in my dorm room. I thought Rec Room got rid of it by now. You guys can't see me, right? I'm hidden, right? No? Okay. I'll just get out. Sorry. Anyways. I have channel memberships, and these people give me money because they get perks and stuff like that. And one of those perks are being shouted out. So let's do that. Big fat stinky shout out to all my pookies, and these people include Jay, Nat the Pup, Jet Tutorial, Astro Boy, Doja Blade Cat, BBB Burning Owl, Bucket Guy, Yo Shaky, Raphael, Cloud, Netflix 69, and Box David. I appreciate you supporting the channel, thank you! Of course, if you're a squidling, I also appreciate it as well. And of course, let's get back to the video. They added VNet room cards to room search page in the watch. This means that the room cards on the search page should now match the room cards on home and play menus of the watch. They added gate and flip-flop circuit boards to the palette. The projectile hit other event will now output a damage valve equal to the weapon's configured Rec Room object damage setting. Go ahead and make that teeny tiny pistol that have a massive damage output. They added the local player get is third person active and local player request third person chips in beta. These chips allow you to check if a player is in the third person mode or put a player into third person mode. Then they also added the local player third person active change circuits events in beta. These also allow you to detect if a player has entered third person mode. They restored the anti-aliasing, I'm pretty sure that's how you say it, on streaming cam view. Connection should now be more stable on iOS, and they improved the share camera's memory usage, which is awesome. They improved outfits customization menu memory usage, and fixed a bug where taking a photo in VR would close detached menus. Then they also fixed a bug where thrown discs weren't going towards the reticle. They made discs that throws look and feel much more like an actual person throwing a disc. They fixed some artifacts on vegetation when using high graphic settings, and there's no more ancient photorealistic onion. I don't get the reference. And lastly, they had some props that support object boards that will not spawn with a board when created with the default object board setting. On to Rec Room Studio. They fixed a case for the setting the skybox material to none can block upload. Go ahead and make your room into the void, then nobody will be able to hear you scream. We've standardized the names of components used in Rec Room Studio and made it easier to see the important part of the name in the Expector window. Below are the old and new names of these components. Note, no need to change or update your existing rooms that use these components. Rec Room Object turned into Studio Object, Rec Room Studio Animation Synchronizer turned into Animation Synchronizer, the Rec Room Studio Billboard turned into the Billboard, Rec Room Studio Canvas Interaction turned into Canvas Interaction. They basically simplified all this. You love to see it, you love to see it. I'm glad they just did this instead of like explaining it. That's awesome. Anyways, other players' avatars are now hidden when anchoring with the frame screen's canvas mode. The Omit Creator authored components from Studio Function Target Selection UI. They report validation error when Studio Function targets a creator authored a component. While anchored, the exit button on mobile will actually close the UI. Smoothen the camera fade for the Canvas Interaction component. Updates to the Rec Room Studio Nav Mesh Cut component. Rec Room Studio Nav Mesh Cut components can now display entirely and their size is set to 0. Rec Room Studio Nav Mesh Cut components now disable entirely if their size is set to 0. Nav mesh holes have been created by Rec Room Studio Nav Mesh Cut components will now always be at least 0.1 meters wide. They fixed a bug where incorrect box location was shown if ignore rotation and scale was checked and the center was set to a non-zero vector. And lastly, they fixed incorrect cutting shape when scale is negative. And lastly, they had some experiments for us. They updated the Rec Room search discoverability, and players in the test group of this experiment will see the room search button more prominently on the watch play menu. Player search. Players must see the changes in the way the player accounts are ordered when searching for an account. Check it out and let us know what you think. Pop-up games. A friendly suggestion toast will appear when players are in a good situation to play a pop-up game. Only appears to players who already are in the experiment group, which sucks. Oh my god, I wish I was in there. And A/B testing make it easier for junior accounts to play together by adding improvements to the invite flows. Now, inside this update, it appears that keyboards are broken, so I'm gonna try it. Oh, I remember getting a DM about this. Basically, players are pressing like buttons and stuff, and it's not pressing the right button. If you guys want to fix this, the only way you guys can really like press the right button is if you actually use like the pointer. But if you guys decide to actually click the button or something like that, I was pressing E and then it's like pressing W instead. Ah, that's so annoying. I hope they fix that soon. And full bodies is like weird too. There's so many bugs. And of course, that was the Rec Room update. Be sure to let me know your guys' thoughts. And of course, there are some pretty good juicy stuff in there. And I'm glad that people had finally gotten the CV2 Holotar. It seems like it's actually serving pretty well. And of course, you already know you gotta leave me a comment for whatever you're gonna do with this new update stuff. I'm interested to see what you guys are creating and what you guys are thinking. Of course, that's basically been this entire video though. And of course, I really do appreciate it if you guys decide to check out the second channel. I even got some stuff that I made before. You guys might be interested in that. Am I okay? What's wrong with my hands? Should my arms be doing this? Now that I think about it, on my camera, to me, I just have my custom shirt on. What happened to full body avatars this update? I think we're just a little wonky. I don't know what's going on. I don't see the blue coat I have on. I don't know what's going on. Of course, feel free to subscribe and stuff like that. And I gotta punch ya.